Let's talk about health and toxins. When I had my private practice in California, I realized that most people had absolutely no clue what being healthy was. They say, "Oh, yeah, I'm healthy. I didn't have the last cold." And they would bring me a bag of pharmaceutical drugs and vitamins and minerals and supplements, and they thought they were healthy. So, what is health really? The state of optimal well being. When a person is physically, mentally, and emotionally sound, feels vibrant, happy, and optimistic. When you get up in the morning, you're ready to go, that's health. And when the organs are functioning at maximal efficiency, and that has to be naturally, not with all kind of props, naturally. And yeah, it takes some work to get that, but it is possible. So, what are toxins? They are substances or energy which produce physical, energetic, emotional, and psychological imbalances in an individual. And when you are toxic, when you have toxins, what happens? You don't feel so well. So, what are all these toxins? What can they be? Well, there's a chart I made a few years ago, actually, when I was studying with Apex Energetics. So you have the human system, and you may be born with already disturbance in your genes, in your genetics. Some people are born with genetic disorders. They born blind. My son is a dwarf. That's a genetic disorder. There's all kind of disorder that is very difficult. We don't have the means to change that yet. But then we have the physical toxins. I talked about water, all the toxins that are in water. We have chlorine, fluoride, pesticides, chemical drugs. That's all toxic to our body. And also our cells. Cells are living entities. What is a living entity? It has to nourish itself, it has to excrete, and it has to reproduce. So nutrition, excretion, and reproduction makes it a living entity, and a cell does that. We talked about it with the fats. If you have a film around your cells, you cannot nourish them properly. It doesn't excrete metabolites. That's the processes in the cell creates toxins that have to be able to get out. Many different kind of toxins. And now we have a lot of electromagnetic toxins with our cell phones, our computer, our microwaves, those 5G towers coming around. That disturbs our cells. We also have mental toxins, stress, when we feel rushed, when we're afraid. All those are mental toxins. When you have a trauma, it's an emotional toxin. And it does impact your body, it impacts your brain, it impacts your health, your cells, it impacts your organs, therefore your health, and also spiritual toxins. Depending what kind of belief you're holding that are not aligned with the truth. And I'm not about religion here because the real truth is found everywhere in the world. You're going to find everywhere in the world, thou shalt not kill, you shall not murder, not steal, and things like that. These are true beliefs, but when you have beliefs that tells you how you should dress, what you should eat, those may be beliefs that are actually toxic and not conducing to your health. So again, my book is coming up shortly, Eat Well, Live Well. I talk about these different toxins in depth in these pages. Then let's move on. That disease don't just happen. You're not healthy one day and all of a sudden you have cancer. There is a progression. Now, I realize you may not see all the little writing, but if you are interested, let me see how I can put that. You can PM me or send me a message and I'll send you the a whole sheet of it, a PDF document. But let's so we can see on number one, it's the elimination phase. You may have a cold, it's your body detoxing. Or you may eat some food that is bad for you. You're going to be throwing up, you're going to be nauseous, you're not going to feel well. This is actually healthy. It's your body reacting to toxins and rejecting the toxins. But little by little, your body, if you have too many toxins, your body cannot eliminate. You don't do cleansing, you don't do detoxing. It starts to put things somewhere. The body is very smart, body mind is very smart. It's going to try to do something that's not going to impair your life. So you may get little this, little that, but eventually you're going to get to that gray zone here out of the turquoise. When you're in the turquoise, you can do all kind of things yourself with nutrition, with cleansing, with energy work like Reiki or massage or work with different instruments. Once that you really get sick, you need to see a medical doctor that has been trained in dealing with sick organs, because eventually you're going to have so many toxins that you're going to develop a disease. And little by little, you're going to go towards down toward death. Look at the little diagram I have here on the right. That's full health way up there, and then you go down, down, down. Yeah, you don't feel so good, but it's okay. And all of a sudden you have symptoms and you're afraid about two-thirds down there. That's when usually people go to the doctor, to the medical doctor. So what's going on? You do all kinds of tests and you get some medication that helps you, but you stay around there. There is also a way to climb back toward health so you don't go too fast towards death. And that is about detoxing, which is going to be the subject of my next video. In the meantime, live with passion, purpose, and delight.